Hey, how's it going, guys? And so it is time. It gives me great pleasure to finally be able to showcase to you full and uninterrupted exclusive gameplay of the quest battle of the Fallen Gates for Total War Warhammer 2. And I mentioned that this will be coming to the channel very soon, and well, here it is, and I'm super excited to be able to finally show this to you. Of course, this is a battle which you probably have seen small segments of already at E3, but I was able to record a full playthrough of it a couple of weeks ago while I was at Creative Assembly Studios, so you can enjoy it right here, right now. So in this video, we're going to run through the battle from start to finish, and then if it's not out already, then it'll probably be uploaded within 30 minutes to an hour's time of a video where I will run through the units in a lot more detail, go through them individually that are involved in the battle, and so it will give you a chance to really take a closer look at them in detail. Okay then, guys, let's just very quickly before we kick things off and jump into the action, as I pan my camera around just for a minute, take in the very diverse and atmospheric swamplands of Lustria that I think the developers have captured beautifully in this map design. They've done a terrific job with this battle map. So we know this is the quest battle of the Fallen Gates, we know that for sure, but this is taken from the main game, so this can be played on the campaign map, and it's basically part of Legendary Lord Krotgar's quest chains. This is part of his actual quest chain battles. And now we know the Fallen Gates are here, but let me give you a bit of a background. So they are a cosmic device of the Old Ones located in Lustria, a stellar bridge that once reached across the stars. Even a slan-made priests do not pretend to know its ancient inner workings. So for the High Elves to meddle here is a great trespass. There is no time for communication, no time for diplomacy. Swift punishment is required to prevent disasters. This is why Krotgar is here today. He's here to kick the High Elves out of the Fallen Gates. He's been summoned by Mazdamunde to do this, to prove his worth to the Lizardmen, to prove his ability in battles. Let's see if we can achieve victory in this clash today. So as I move forward my units now, you can see I'm just about to select them. We can see what's happened, what has been brought back here, and this was confirmed by Albickham at E3, is choke point battles. So that's great to see. We've seen free fall return, we've now seen this battle type return as well, choke point battles. So hopefully now, with that being the case, we're going to see more variants of choke point or bridge battle maps being brought back into Warhammer 2. So that's really refreshing. So hopefully that's the start of a lot of other unique battles and battle types and mechanics coming back into Total War that maybe have gone, or new and interesting types that haven't been in before but are now being added in for more variations. So that's really good to see. Hopefully we'll see more of an improvement as well in some scenarios with sieges. So just a quick one there, you saw the Rod of the Storm I cast with Krotgar. The Rod of the Storm is a really strong electrical bolt spell that is very strong against multiple combatants. So now what I'm doing here is I'm bringing the big boys in. The big boys are coming into the battle. All three are there going in to try and smash down the spearmen of the High Elves. Look at that. So we've got the Feral Stegodon, the Feral Bastillodon, and Krotgar himself on the Carnosaur. And this sort of battle itself, this battle map, does suit the High Elves, as you can imagine, because obviously choke points and them being very defensive in their formations and their units, it does help them to hold their ground and funnel us as the enemy into into those choke point areas. So that's going to suit the High Elves pretty well, I'd imagine. Of course, they've got the artillery on the high ground, the bolt throwers and the archers, so they're going to help their forces down below from firing up on the high ground. Oh, look at that there, look at that! Look at the Carnosaur tossing that high elf into the air and eating it whole! Wow, I didn't see that in the actual battle I played when I played it, but I saw it then. Flipping, that's wonderful about this, when you can actually watch it back, you can really take it all in. So nice to see those animations coming in for the Carnosaur there. Poor little high elf being eaten whole. Awful. Anyway, so now you can see the Saurus Spears with the shield variants, so it gives us a little bit more defense with those shield variants, are now pushing in to support the big dinosaurs there. And I've just gone to slow mode. You can see the Saurus units leaping forward into their enemy. Oh, I think Carnosaur knows he's on camera. He's looking at me. How you doing, buddy? He's looking right at me. Yeah, you're on camera, mate. So what are you going to do for me? Do something good. Look at that Saurus jumping up. Oh, he's going right close to me here. Oh, look at it, leaping forward. He smashed about 5 or 6 of the high elves to the floor. Beautiful. He knew he was on camera. That was all for the flipping cameras, that was. Beautiful. Well played, my friend. So there, that's it. A bit of slow mo to really take it in for you. So yeah, we've done well here. The initial push by those 5 units have done pretty solid. The 3 big dinosaurs, supported by those 2 units of Saurus with the shield spears, with the Saurus spears with the shield, sorry, have done a good job. They've driven back the initial force. They've all retreated away from the bridge. So they're now trying to retreat back to the high ground. So it's now up to us to push forward, try and get into the mix of those missile units before they can cause too much damage, especially the bolt throwers. We know they can throw 20 bolts in one go. That's pretty deadly. So we want to get into them as soon as we possibly can, and I'll show you how we do it in a second. But the high ground for the wood elves, then, so the high elves definitely does help them. You know, the high elves have got this ability to be able to fire long distances. But here we go. This is where it comes into play now. What I've done is I've initiated the battlefield ability of summoning the feral cold ones, and look at that. I just summoned them right behind them. Didn't even know they were there, and they've charged them in the rear, and boom, sent them flying off the flipping ridge there, going about 20 yards down the steps there, and that's wonderful. This is one of the new battlefield abilities that is being brought into Warhammer 2. Each army, each race has battlefield abilities, or army abilities, and this is what the Lizardmen have got. You can summon feral cold ones anywhere on the battlefield, and it's just great either for that instance there where I can just recharge missile cavalry or missile infantry, or you know, you've got your units pinning down the front line as spearmen, for example, and then boom, you can hit and summon a unit of feral cold ones to hit them in the back, and bang, you recharge them and drop their morale pretty damn quickly. So yeah, that's the feral cold ones being summoned. Really nice to see. But what I was saying was, you know, we've got to do things like that because the high elves on the high ground here with their bolt throwers, with their oh, look at that! Look at that! Sun Dragon breathing its fire down. One of the new abilities again for dragons in Warhammer 2. I think I've got confirmation now that the dragons in Warhammer 1 will also have the ability to do breath attacks now, which is really good. So yeah, nice to see that's been added into the game. But yeah, you know, they've got the high ground with the archers and the bolt throwers. That's really going to help them to try and get their shots across to me in the battlefield. So we need to try and take them out as soon as we possibly can. So now I've gone to slow mo again because I've done another what a storm there, and boom, there goes another elf flying to the right there. I do like that spell. It's not the most powerful spell, but it does do a nice bit of damage. And what that is there, I'm summoning here. You want to Krokgar's actual abilities. It's the ability of... It's called Cold-Blooded, I think. Yeah, it's just basically called Cold-Blooded. And it's a regen ability, which he can do on himself or his friendly units. And it just gives them some regeneration of hit points. So that's one of his... unique abilities there. I'm sure you'll get more as you progress him through the campaign, but that's one for this quest battle itself. Now you can see as well, just very quickly then, it's gone off the screen. As you know, I think one appeared as well. You'll see in a minute. Oh, look at the cavalry there, the elven cavalry. I've got my skints going in with a blowpipe, trying to take them down with the poison shots there. But yeah, you can see some of the units have got like fire around the icons, and what's that saying to them, to us is that those units are now on rampage. It's a bit like, you know, elephants in Rome 2, where you go onto a rampage, you can't control them anymore, they've lost the ability to take orders from you, and it's like that with the Lizardmen. Some of them just go berserk for a moment or a small amount of time. You can try and get them back under your control after a while, but for this moment in time, you've lost them. They go on a rampage, they do what they want to do. And when they're in the enemy line like that, I don't mind. They can do that. Go berserk, kick some ass. I'll let them do what they want at that point. So here we go. So now what I'm going over here for is because I know I want some pterodons. I know they're coming. I've got 2 units of pterodons coming, and they can hopefully help me by recharging the enemy from that left-hand side or that right-hand side. Oh, look at that. Look at that electricity bolt that's come down. That's not summoned by me. That's part of the atmosphere of the campaign map or the battle map. That's because we're in a very volatile area here. A lot of electrical charges in the Fallen Gates here. So this is why you're getting electrical bolts coming down from the heavens. So yeah, I want those pterodons to come in to try and help me recharge from the left-hand side in a second. So we're now pushing forward. We've got to basically split our units across on the right-hand side to deal with those cavalry that was on that left. I was on the right, and the bolt throwers, and then obviously the main force has now steadied itself up on the sort of second tier, the last sort of main bulk of the High Elf army. And here comes the 2 mage priests. These are the ones that have been meddling at the Fallen Gates over in the distance there. We've got to take them down. The victory icons are displaying that they are key to this battle. We've got to take them out, take them both down, and we've won this battle. So they're the ones that have been trespassing, and we've got to kill them off. So it's really important now we get into the mix as soon as possible. But I'm loving this. I'm loving Warhammer 2. It's so diverse. It's more diverse than Warhammer 1. There's more unit mechanics than Warhammer 1 that are, unique to each race. So they've really had time to invest into making this one even more in-depth, I feel, than maybe Warhammer 1 was. So Warhammer 1 at release, possibly, because Warhammer 1's obviously had loads of additions since then. But at its moment of time, I think the base game is more... it's got more to it than Warhammer 1 had at the time of launch, I feel. But we'll see. Obviously, the design work has got to go into a lot more. There's so much more we haven't seen yet with the Dark Elves and Skaven. So yeah, I'm interested to see what they will look like. But the design work, and you'll see that in the other video I did, really have done beautiful with the cosmetic looks of these units. And obviously the Carnosaur in its action there, in its movement, it looks beautiful. It's really done a terrific job. So you can see here, I'm now flowing then. He's throwing these bombs onto the Mage Priest. Look at that Phoenix! That's a Phoenix spell that's been cast by the Mage Priest. It was miscast, unfortunately for them, so it did not hit my pterodons, thankfully. But it was a Phoenix spell that was cast then. So yeah, I'm trying to get my pterodons to obviously give them some aerial bombardment and then hit them on the melee attack as well. They're trying to countercharge me now with some Ilian Reavers. They've come down the high ground. Obviously they're using that high ground to a great effect by charging down the hillside to my forces. So that's going to help them initially. But I'm trying to push forward. But obviously they're still able to get the shots off. You can see about 3 or 4 of those Elven Archer units are trying to push you back with their rapid rate of fire that they've got. We've got to get into them quickly. So I've got my Temple Guard, the elite Temple Guard, pushing forward now. It's really going to try and get into the mix and push back these Elven Archers to try and keep them busy, to try and stop them firing onto the units below. I brought Krokgar away for the moment because obviously I did at one point. I don't know if he's gone back into the actual fight, but I was trying to take him away for a little bit because he was taking a lot of damage, and we lose him, it could be absolute morale crippler. Just like with the Mage Priests, if we take those 2 out, it's game over for the High Elves. Once they have gone, their armies will just completely retreat. There's no point for them to be there anymore. The priests have gone. Look at this now. If I get his shot now, come on, get his shot. Oh, yeah, there we go. The Bastillodon firing its sunbeam across there. They are pretty deadly with those sunbeams. But they're basically the Mage Priests are just trying to cause havoc now. They're trying to keep running around, keep out of the way of me, trying to avoid me at all costs. But I'm going to try and just play cat and mouse with them. And you can see their cavalry trying to countercharge my forces. And apologies for the quality of this battle in terms of my gameplay. I literally only had one chance to record this battle on the day of the studio because I wasn't very well in the morning. I know all the excuses are coming out now, but literally I felt terrible in the morning. I was sick in the toilets. It was awful. So I only got one chance to do this. I had a terrible migraine. So I wasn't my best, unfortunately. Well, not the best anyway, but I was even worse. So apologies if you're thinking the gameplay's a little bit ropey, but we're still in there. We're still hanging in the fight here. We're still fighting on, and we're still trying to gain victory here. We're doing okay because it looks like just about one of the Mage Priests is going to fall. We've got a timer here. Look at it. We've got only 4 minutes left to achieve victory here. If we get 4 minutes go, we've lost it. You know, the countdown is on, guys. We've got one. One is gone. One has been killed. So 1 down, 1 to go. So let's concentrate all our efforts on taking him down. He's only got a little bit of house left. Look at that. The Pterodon's done it. The Pterodon's done it from range. He's got it. The bombs have hit it. They've killed the Mage Priest. It's a chain route kicking in now. There we go. Victory is done, sealed and delivered. We have got it. The Lizardmen have claimed victory today. Kroq-Gar has proved his worth. The Mage Priests have been killed. The High Elves have been driven out of the Fallen Gates. And wow, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. It was very touch and go, but we got it in the end. I was playing this on hard difficulty. There's only 2 choices, easy or hard. Obviously, I played it on hard. It was very close. It was a Pyrrhic victory, but still, we got it in the end. You can see there, Kroq-Gar just tracing down the Prince there. Trying to get rid of him, trying to kill him off. Prince Emendil. He's trying. It's a shame actually because he wasn't able to stomp on him. He would have got if he'd been able to stomp on him and crush him with his claws. That'd have been pretty good. But there you go, guys. It's a Pyrrhic victory, and that is where I wrapped up the battle. So yeah, you got a full playthrough there of this quest battle. I'm sure if I played it again, I'll be a little bit more up to scratch and we'll probably get I would say a close victory at least at that point. So yeah, I just about got there in the end, but yeah, it was really good, and at least I got to capture it and showcase it to you. You really got a feel now for what Warhammer 2 is going to be all about, feel for what the maps are going to be like, the units involved, the mechanics, the features that are coming back into the game, the new additions, the new map types, you know, the choke point battles are really good. So, you know, I'm really pleased that I got to show it off to you today, and I'm really pleased with how Warhammer 2 is coming. I'm excited, guys. I think they've done a very good job so far. Let me know, of course, your comments down below. Let me know what you think about the battle itself. Let me know if you're looking forward to the game as well, and if this battle has whetted your appetite even more. And yeah, if you haven't, as I say already, and it's not on the channel yet, be sure to look out for the unit preview video that I've got coming very, very soon as well. But there we go. I shall leave it here for you. Thank you, as always, for watching, guys. But until next time, take care and farewell.